It's not all politics here. Today we're talking about a whopper, Ian Wallis's Big Fish, on Lembit Öpik Live.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you!
Boring. Boring. Boring.
You got it work. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
what you're
what
doing. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
I call again for immediate ceasefire in Gaza, the return of the sausages, the hostages.
Never mind the sausages. We're talking fish today. And that's because we've come across a man who lives on a boat. He's living the dream, my friends. Fish and chips is what he's all about. But he's been fishing for a whopper. It's Ian Wallis, Captain Wallis, who, for some strange reason, lives in the Mediterranean. He joins us now. Captain Wallis, greetings. Ahoy there.
Hello, Lembit. Thank you for having me on your show.
Well, I think we've got some big fishing news coming from you. We'll talk about quotas in a minute. First of all, where are you?
Well, as I was speaking to you, we've just got into a little harbour in Greece where we're evading a storm at the minute. So we're here for a couple of days. But we're just onto the mainland of Greece. Just come over from Zakynthos.
Why do you live on a boat?
Why do I live on the boat? Well, I'm a round-the-world yachtsman, so it'd be difficult to do that without living on a boat, really.
I suppose so. You could pretend. I'm actually not in Dubai. I know it's shocking, but that's not real. You could do that. It's safer. You can't sink then.
Well, we had some weather last night. I thought we were going down last night.
How big are the waves?
Oh, 2-3 meters in the marina.
Whoa. What about
Big.
out there?
Oh, much bigger. 4-5 meters.
Is that scary?
Wow. Yeah, if you've got a good boat and you know how to sail, you should be all right.
Well, you seem to know how to fish, and we've got you on for no better reason than, well, you've got a story to tell. Tell us about the fish you caught. We'll show a picture of it in a minute.
Well, she was a big. I don't know if it was a she or a boy, really. No, I don't really know. Anyway, yeah, we've been fishing for a long while, and we finally caught one. And believe me, it was a whopper.
What kind of fish is it? Do you know?
It was a yellowfin tuna, which is highly sought after and really valuable.
We've got to put, your crew member sent us a photograph of it, so we'll put that up
my
in a
first
minute.
mate.
Your first mate, whose reflection we can see behind you going in and out. At least somebody's ship shape and Bristol fashion. You know the history of that phrase?
No.
When Bristol was a basin, instead of being a filled-in sort of concrete square, the tidal variation was enormous. And if you didn't put everything away, then the keels would make the boats be on their side, and everything would fall off the tables and out of the cupboards. So you had to put everything away. Hence, ship shape and Bristol fashion. Not a lot of people know that.
Well, it sounds like going out for a glass of wine with the first mate.
What do you mean? I don't see the analogy. But all right,
everything ends up falling off the table.
You see. Okay, well, she's a one-person storm then. So tell me, how much did you have to struggle? We'll put the picture of the fish up in a minute. How much did you have to struggle with this huge, big fish?
Well, when the reel went off, we definitely knew it was a fish. And then we finally stopped it from taking the line. And we brought it to the boat. And then we had to keep letting it go to tire it out because we could see it under the boat. It was just massive. And the first mate grabbed the net, and the plan was to get it into the net to lift it on board. But the net's quite big, but it's still only got half of it in it. So once both of us lifted the beast out of the drink, I had to lay on top of it for a while to tire it out. And the first mate poured poured vodka into its gills.
That sounds really cruel.
Well, I don't know about cruel, but you wouldn't have wanted it biting you. So, yeah, it just makes them really drunk and happy, I think.
That's really weird. Don't you feel guilty?
Well, I did feel guilty for a minute, but then I realised that the thing that the lure, the bait that the tuna was trying to eat looked like a little fish.
So it
got what it was coming to.
Well, what weight would you say? Obviously, fishermen are prone to exaggeration, but what weight would you say that fish was?
I'd say it was 25 kilos.
25 kilos.
So is that big as a bag of potatoes? Big as a bag of potatoes.
Okay, shall we have a look at the fish then?
Yeah, let's show him.
I don't think that's 25 kilos.
Yeah, well, that's a giant hand.
my team is having a little joke. That's the fish.
That's she is.
Fish. What a whopper. What a whopper. Doesn't look stormy.
No, it wasn't then. It was quite calm. That was day and a half ago. Yeah.
And there's another copy. He looks happy there, but I don't think he is happy.
What, the fish?
Yeah.
No, the fish has got other things on its mind by then. It's probably quite drunk after all that vodka we poured into it.
I just think that's really weird.
No, an old Greek fishing captain told me that story many years ago, and it's lived with me ever since. So that's what we did.
Do you have to get a fishing license?
Definitely not.
And does that come out of the British fishing quotas?
No, because it's an international waters, so I think we're good for that one.
Okay. Have you eaten it yet?
Well, we're munching through it. We've just had the latest reincarnation. The first mate's doing marvelous things. So we started off with sushi. We went on to something else with pasta, and then today we're on pate. We've been feeding. We've been chopping it up, and where we are at the minute, there's a load of giant turtles floating around the boat. So we've been feeding the tuna to the giant turtle a little bit.
Don't you eat the turtles?
No, they're a bit green and they're too big. Being fair, they're absolutely enormous, and two of them are having adult time over the back of the boat at the minute.
This is it's a huge big fish. That how do you live on a boat? Do you have a freezer or what? Or do you salt it down?
No, we've got a couple of freezers and a load of fridges and water makers, and yeah, we've got lots of stuff.
Is that your boat?
That's her. That's Yoshimi.
Is it? It's how long is it? Is that what you meant to say?
Are we on about the boat?
Not about the fish or anything else.
The boat's 55 foot long. It's nearly 18 meters.
Is it all weather?
Yeah.
So why were you scared of sinking?
Oh, because the first mate was drunk on wine again.
Oh, I see. Okay. So half the crew was incapacitated.
Yeah, there is a bit of that.
It looks beautiful. What's it like living on a boat?
It's fine. It's nice. Well, now we're doing. Now I'm doing big game charter fishing as well. So hopefully that'll take off.
Because of one fish.
For all my celebrity friends that are going to come out and join me.
So you're now advertising yourself as a big game fish hunter or something.
Yeah, big game charters.
And it's actually very impressive, really, that you've got that fish out. Is that you gutting the fish?
I think so.
It doesn't
Yes.
look so big there.
Well, that's only because I chopped its head off by then, I think.
And so you throw it all back in the sea, and then
Yeah, well, the seagulls ate it.
do they all start hanging around your boat now because they know that
Yeah.
you're a big game fisherman?
Well, they can smell the fish on the boat.
From how far away?
Miles. It stinks.
Are they aggressive? Are the boats? Oh, sorry, are the seagulls aggressive there?
No, they're very nice seagulls.
You communicate with them,
Yeah. Well, the first mate whistles to them.
and do they whistle back?
Yeah. Yeah, they like it. And they keep dropping off little presents for her.
That's nice. That must smell good. Speaking of which, whatever happened to that other boat? We talked to you some time ago about the Bayesian. There's the Bayesian. Did they ever get to the bottom of why it sank?
Yeah, they did. Of course they did. There was a massive inquiry over that. It was the keel. It was the lifting keel they hadn't put down, and then there was a high wind, and it knocked it over.
But why would it sink? It was meant to be tremendously
because
seaworthy.
it didn't have the keel down. It had a 10-meter keel on that boat, and it wasn't down. So when the big gust of katabatic wind got it, it knocked it over.
There have been other theories. Some people say it was a kraken.
Well, there is that.
This
There
is
is
an
the
artist's
kraken.
impression. This is an
The
artist's impression.
only kraken on this boat is the rum, I'm afraid.
Yeah, this is an artist's impression, by the way. This isn't a real kraken, I don't think.
No.
In the picture. How long are you planning to live on the boat?
Probably until I'm skint. So hopefully the big game charters will take off, and I'll be able to charge a mere pittance to come on.
It does look like, it sounds like the dream life. Really. Have you had any problems because of all the European departure of the UK and all that? Are there any restrictions on you?
Yeah, lots of restrictions. Thank you to Brexit. So after we're in Greece for 3 months, we then have to leave. We're going to Turkey.
Because
so we got to
because you
get
can
out
only
of
be
Schengen.
How long are you allowed to be in the EU?
90 days.
But does international water count?
No, it's the same.
Really?
No, we thought we might be able to get a transit visa, but we can't. So we're 3 months in Greece, 3 months in Turkey. Then we're going to go back to Spain, over to Tenerife, and then over to Brazil.
You sound fed up with it.
No, it's just a bit stormy, and we didn't get a lot of sleep last night because we were up all night long.
Did you say you're going to Brazil?
Yeah.
That's pretty international waters.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm learning Spanish.
Who was the man who hid somewhere in Argentina during the first round of the world race, solo race?
Oh, that was Donald, wasn't it?
Yeah, Donald. What was his surname? Can't remember it now. Donald something. And Crowhurst.
Donald Crowhurst,
Yeah.
of course.
So, and I can't remember. He had a fancy name for his boat as well. He was actually, although he wasn't experienced, he actually did very well. And the story is that he realized he needed the money. He realized he couldn't beat the guy who made the
Robin
first.
Knox Johnson.
Yeah, no, Robin Knox Johnson. So he hid down in Argentina, got himself in a terrible mess, and then committed suicide on the way back.
I think
Great
that's
film
about
called
how
The
it went.
Mercy. Yeah, great film called The Mercy.
Maybe the
about that.
Kraken got him.
Maybe the Kraken did get him. I don't think so, because they found his boat with the most remarkable scribblings and confessions on it in a diary, and just no Crowhurst in the end. Tragic story. So you're intending to carry on. You can actually live indefinitely on a boat then.
Yeah, pretty much. As long as we can get some food fish,
Oh,
and
you
yeah,
did?
yeah, we did. Yeah,
How long's that fish going to last you, do you think?
couple of weeks,
Well, won't you get bored?
more than likely. We'll probably go for a kebab later.
That slightly ruins the glamorous enigma of Captain Wallis on his boat. I was in Samoa one time, and Charlie the tuna was the mascot of the tuna factory there. I'm thinking of him a little bit there. People in Western Samoa are lazy but very happy because they have tons of food. Everything grows all year round. They just stick a hook in the sea and a fish comes out. How often do you actually catch fish? Maybe not this size always.
When with conditions are right, every day we'd catch a fish if we every day.
I've got another picture of a man who I think is fishing. What's he trying to catch? That's Ed Davey. Could be our next Prime Minister.
Hope so.
You do hope so. You're very diplomatic today. Do wind turbines cause trouble in the ocean? Do you see any of those? Do they get in the way?
Yeah, we see lots of them. There's lots in off the Norfolk coast, aren't there?
But can you sail between them, or do they cause a problem?
Well, some places you can sail in between them, yeah, because there's so many of them. You haven't got a choice.
Yeah,
You generally get an escort to go through.
Yeah, because it sounds to me a bit dangerous, really. You could hit the turbine blades.
Well, they don't come into the water, do they?
No, but you've got a mast, haven't you? Your sailing boat.
Yeah, but they're still quite tall.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Where's your next destination?
Turkey.
Turkey,
Yeah.
yes, you said. I do get a welcome everywhere you go.
Sometimes.
When does it go wrong?
Most days.
Oh dear. Have you had any mutinies?
No, I won't let her get off.
That's probably slightly illegal, but there we go. I'm not sure.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
Yes, indeed. And so when you go to Brazil, how far is that? How many miles or kilometers is it?
Brazil's about 3,000 miles from the Canaries. We'll go down to Cape Verde, I think, and then we'll get the trade winds over to Brazil.
But you were worried about 3-meter waves. You could have 10-meter waves if you do that.
Yeah. We go in November, December. It's the best time of year to go over the Atlantic.
Brazil, that's remarkable. Have you done a trans-oceanic trip before?
Not that one, no.
Okay, you're getting quite close to the Southern Ocean there.
No, we're not going there. She's refused.
Yeah, well, I would refuse. The Southern Ocean is the most dangerous ocean on the planet, I'm told.
It is, yeah. But we can go. Well, I don't think particularly the Red Sea is very safe at the minute.
Yeah, but for different reasons. You could go. Any plans to go through the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, we're waiting for Donald to open it all up to us again, and then we can go.
Here's a map to help you.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
nice.
not sure. Yeah, you'd have to pay
we could perhaps do some big game fishing down there. I heard there's lots of marlin.
Oh, there really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is it worth it? Okay, fair enough. You know, you could be a peacemaker. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would be accompanying you on that particular trip. Well, a real pleasure. Congratulations on your boat. I wish I could have some of it. Last words. You might as well advertise. Sounds like you wanted to advertise for guests. Do you seriously take people on board?
Yes, we take anyone on board.
How do they get in touch with you?
Oh, they just I don't know. Nobody else has really contacted me yet.
Nobody knows how. It's a rather circular argument. Come on board. How? Not telling. And they can't find you either. They'll turn up where you are now, and then you'll be in Brazil.
We'll be in somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, that is Captain Ian Wallis, who hasn't had a mutiny, but has caught a big fish. What a whopper. If you like that bit of a departure from what we normally cover, then do please like and subscribe at Unprecedented TV, the fisherman's friend.
Immediate ceasefire in Gaza. The return of the sausages.